Well, good day, tubes. How's she hanging? So we're gonna go back to the wax here, and we were going to try to put a 3D knitted ball thing together. And this was our mystery one, which boy, it's a pretty chintzy one. But anyway, should be hopefully all right. Looks like I got a little bit of a hole in the middle there, so it shrunk a bit and it was weird. But these two actually look like they came out pretty good, so they might join together not too bad. Pumpkin seeds from the other day. You guys were guessing numbers. A lot of you were actually fairly close. I don't know if anybody got her bang on though, but we have. Let's go over here and see. I have separated them into piles of 1, 2, 351 seeds. That's pretty good, eh? Now there was some that I picked out that were, well, that one should be alright, that were a little bit too small, but they probably wouldn't do anything. These all look like fairly good, beefy, healthy ones, so we'll have to leave them sitting out here for a couple more months, let them dry out and stuff. They should get some air from the furnace here blowing on them and stuff, which is good. Yeah, should be alright. So, but anyways, let's go back to the tripod here. And I just contacted the place that I got all this wax from. See if they had another great big block, like a sort of an unrefined block of it. Just to, not like I need more wax. I still got, well, quite a bit left. Not a whole lot actually that I look at it now. I don't have a whole pile left. I've got these 3 blocks here, which are about 2 pounds roughly a piece. And I got these 1 pound blocks. And then I got the big car sort of buried back in there that we did. I should get that car out and have a look at it and see how waxy he is. So let me just reach back there if I can. And let's see if I can fisher him out. It's kind of a long way back here on this table, but we've made quite a few candles. So that was the car cake mold that I got there a while back, and it did concave quite a bit, so I might actually just eventually melt him up. So I'll show you this one candle here. I was burning one of these. I like these ones because they go about 30 hours roughly, and I got down pretty good with it, but I got down to there, and the bottom of this goes, it's bigger and then it's smaller. What had happened was it had a nice big pool of wax in there. It was burning really nice, and it melted through here and it melted down. I was sitting there, actually I was recording Farm Sim, and it went down. You can see it melted right down through, and it went down on my counter and then dripped right on my keyboard, and I didn't realize it. I'm like, oh crap, and it filled my keyboard with wax. I had to pop all the keys off, and while it was still kind of mushy, get it all kind of out. It was a heck of a mess. So that's a downfall of that one there. It only goes down so far, and then that's kind of it. So, but still smells good. So we can go back melting. But anyways, let's pop these fellers open here. A whole ball of wax, eh? Whole ball of wax. I did that one for my wife, gave it to her. She was thrilled with it. A whole ball of wax. So there we go. Now there should be somewhere that it'll join up. Let's find there, and you know what? It's actually not going to work the way I thought it would. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's just not gonna work. That should be perfectly matched up there, but it doesn't really look like a ball now. That's just kind of the, well, actually it's still not matched up, so it's not a perfect match all the way around. That's interesting, because they probably would have used an actual ball. So you think, you know, like this one comes down here, well there should be another one on this side. So I don't know, maybe it's not exactly the same, although it sure looks like it in here. They both look, to me, exactly the same. I'm looking at these long strands there and there. So on these balls here, that's where's that long strand? This one, I guess. So that one and that one. So it should join up. Yeah, that seems about exactly the same, but it's just not the right shape. So anyways, valiant effort, but it's not going to work. So, oh yeah, I got to see how well this stuff peels off my old vinyl, an old piece of white vinyl here. Oh, that's not too bad, maybe. Yeah, so I contacted that place where we got that big ball of waxy stuff from there, the beeswax. Remember that great big slab I had of it there that we refined down and melted it down? And so I contacted them. I haven't heard back yet though, so I don't know. I enjoyed kind of cleaning that and processing that. It was kind of fun, you know. So I thought, well, if they could, it's basically the year's over now for bee stuff, so I thought, well, maybe they would have another big vat of unrefined stuff. I could maybe get it from them again and do that. But now I got a problem with this one. I forgot to slit it. I don't know if it's going to come out of here too well or not. So I might slit it now. Get my knife out here, and we'll slit down. It's pretty well the same on each side. There, so now we'll have to join that back. So I totally forgot to do that though. But kind of put a groove in it, but that's okay. There we go. That's not bad. Doesn't really look like a honeycomb to me though. It looks more like Rubik's, or not Rubik's cubes, but Cubert stuff. You remember the old Cubert game? That's just not a very nice mold. I don't know. I'm not fussy crazy on it. It doesn't look terrible bad, but I'm not really liking it too much. But and again, it starts nice big at the top, but then it's small at the bottom, so it would probably melt out on itself. So, but anyways, that's it. That was pretty cool. So, but didn't kind of come out the way I thought it would. But oh well, that's all right. Experiment, right? But anyhow, another thing I wanted to have a quick look at here, and I don't use it anymore. We'll say I haven't for a while. The old T-MAXX, old Bill's T-MAXX. Dylan gave it a tug the other day and it wouldn't pull over at all. So it's like, oh yeah, that's seizured up pretty darn good there. So that's not too good. I don't want to pull on it too hard because it's only a little tiny cord on it, and snap, I don't really have any more of that. So that engine needs to come out. And like I say, I don't run this truck at all because I can't really get nitro here anymore, so it's more like a shelf queen than anything now. So still got a receiver and everything in it. Yeah, so that engine needs to come out. We'll probably do that on a separate video, not today. I just wanted to kind of have a quick look at her there, but it's definitely not looking too good. I guess we could take a couple of parts off it. Why not, eh? I can get in there with that. Oh, wrong size. That one maybe. Wrong size again. Uh-oh. There. So the muffler just basically sits on this little pin. Just kind of like that. Like, oh, darn you. And back in here, I gotta get a pair of needle nose. Way back in here, there's a big spring that goes around the whole front of the engine. That holds the muffler on. So yeah, I can't actually. You know what? I shouldn't say I can't get nitro anymore. I haven't been to the hobby store. Oh my goodness. We used to have one in town here that we could get it at, but we don't have anything here now. So the closest to me is like Great Hobbies down in Mississauga. Oh, come on, you. Oh my goodness. Great Hobbies in Mississauga, or there's a place over in Newmarket. I think they're still there, called Zoom Room. I think they're still there, so. But the nitro's pretty much a thing of the past now. Nobody does nitro anymore, so not around us anyways. Oh, okay. The line I just took off was the pressure line for pressurizing the fuel tank, so it keeps pumping the fuel through. So, and then this one goes to the carburetor here. The first one I snapped off there. So there was lots of moisture in the carburetor, or sorry, in the muffler there. So I guess that's a good thing, but what to do now? Pretty much take the engine off, I guess. And then the linkages and stuff. There's a linkage down here. Should just pop off this little ball, just like so. And this will screw up our mesh, but in the gears, the setting mesh isn't too bad. Just a piece of paper, thin little strip of paper. You put it down and then jam the motor in and then tighten the bottom mounts. And I miss working on this stuff. So she's a little grimy. Let's pop the engine off, and then we'll take it apart another day. We'll run it through our ultrasonic cleaner. And all these little parts and pieces. Oh, I wish I had an ultrasonic cleaner way back when I was actually running this kind of stuff. Oh man, that would have been so much nicer. Instead of polishing and cleaning everything with WD-40 and blah 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 blah. That would have been so nice to have an ultrasonic cleaner then, but they didn't really have them available, so. Okay, that should be a loose engine. And we'll just flip the truck back here out of the way. And there we go. So I'll just get this truck out of the way for now. Poor old T-MAXX. I do still have a bit of nitro, but man, it's like 10 years old, so it's probably definitely no good now. So she's definitely seized. Oh, big time. Oh, just barely moving there. Oh man, that's in trouble. It's just gooed up. That's all it is. So, it's pretty dark looking in there, but this is the OSTM.21. Good motor, really good motor. Buddy of mine had an E-Revo, or not, or sorry, a Revo. He's got an E-Revo too, but he had a Revo way back, and man, he had one of these on it, and he beat that thing until there was like nothing left, and the thing was still running. I don't understand how. But yeah, fantastic motors. A little expensive, but not too bad. So, and this is actually still the TRX 2.5 Traxxas recoil I put on it. It fits, so I'm like, what the heck, you know. This one come with no starter on it. You had to put your own on it anyways. So, but yeah, so we'll do that in another video. We'll get her all apart and clean her up. See if we can get it to like it should. And I don't think I'll start it because I want to kind of keep it sprayed so it keeps it from doing that, you know. And there's another couple of little nitro engines. This is actually off my original T-MAXX. I had to keep it. I still got the, sort of got the truck. It's in chunks and pieces and mostly garbage now. But this is an BILLSTMAXX 0.15, I believe it was. That was to replace the, boy, you know what? I'm going to have to look at my cupboard there. I might even still have that old engine. The original T-MAXX engine. Sort of pulling, the recoil's kind of jumping funny there, but it's free. Good little, oh, that's why it's pulling, because it's got no glow plug in it. That makes sense. That's still pretty good. And this one here is from the Hyper 7, the old little buggy that we put the K59 motor into out of the truck, which we, remember we did that a while ago, we cleaned it up and stuff. This, oh, that one's seized up too. Oh, sort of moves. This engine kind of grenaded itself. It stopped running, lost its pinch. Now if you don't know what that means, there's no rings on these. Actually, let me go grab a piston, hang on. Finding all kinds of parts and stuff all over here now that I'm looking. So this is an old, when the 3.3 T-MAXX came out, TRX engine, their engine, 3.3 was a good engine, but I'm trying to remember now, it was very finicky with the tuning, day by day. These OSTMs, set them, forget them, pretty much. These ones, every day you're tuning the damn thing, it seemed, you know, like if it was a humid day, oh, you'd tune it and finally get it running right. Next day was, you know, a drier day, oh, well, it's not running right now, you gotta tune it again. Never liked these engines. I've had, I think, 3 of them, or 2 of them at least. Never liked them, so, but this is the piston, the piston and the cylinder of it. So what happens, there's no rings at all on these pistons. I don't know if that's coming in or not there. There's no rings on it. What they do is they work at with a pinch, they call it, at the top of the cylinder, so it gets a little bit narrower. So the piston's actually got to bang through that, and that's where you get your compression from. And then, but they work on a 2-stroke principle, so it's like, you know, bang, bang, bang kind of thing. So they go like super fast. So what happens if you know, you don't get your tune right on them? You run it maybe a little bit too lean, it gets a bit hot, and it doesn't have enough lubrication there, and you end up wrecking that little pinch. So this one definitely should not go right through. You know, so they should come up about to there roughly, and you'll feel it really hard, and you pretty much can't push it through, and then it's, you know, it's done its cycle then. So I never liked those 3.3 engines, they were junk. This one was a 2.5 TRX 2.5. I think it came out before this 3.3, and this one I got brand new, and I never ran it at all. It's still brand new. Never ran it once. Like, it's still clean and fresh and, and nice, you know. So never seen a run. So which is, it's just kind of nice. So that's I think what I've got for nitro stuff. Anything left? Let me just go check my drawer once more. No, just that K59 truck engine there that we had in the Hyper 7. That should be still spinning free. Yeah, it's nice still. There you can feel that pinch where you can just barely get past it, right? So horsepower. So this piston is pretty small in this one. It's about roughly, let's see what I got in my pocket for change, about the size of a dime. So the one in the K59 is about the size of a quarter. So it's quite a bit bigger horsepower. I liked its fuel too, though. That was the downfall of that thing. But yeah, that's basically all my nitro stuff in kind of a nutshell. Yeah, so anyways, pretty much when electric stuff started coming out, that was pretty much it for nitro stuff around here anyways. Nitros, it was fun, but it was such a pain in the rear end because one thing was it never really ran right. You had to constantly put fuel in your tank to keep it going, which sucked. You had to do a lot of rebuilding, breaking in on these things kind of sucks. Like 5 or 8 tanks, whatever, and then just like super rich, so it's like sitting there and it's like pouring straight fuel out, blow that tank through it. Like it was ridiculous, you know. And run times were a lot shorter than electrics, that's for sure. Power was way different between nitro and electric stuff. Nitro smells really bad. It's not bad if there's 1 or 2 trucks running, but you get like a race of like 10 trucks running. It was pretty bad. Where we were running, it was kind of in a valley, so you kind of got choked out with it. It kind of sucked, but pollution a lot too. They pollute a lot, especially, you know, you can't really tune them perfect to not really have any exhaust, because you want a good stream of blue smoke coming out, so you know there's lots of oil getting in there, right? Oil's mixed in with the fuel, the nitro. So electric was nice though, because the batteries started kind of crappy until I got to the LiPo batteries. They were pretty nice. Wicked expensive though, and then the chargers were really expensive, but you could go like 3 times as long on one set of batteries, and you never had overheating temperature issues usually. You never had to tune electric motors. Plug and play. That's what I liked about it. So as soon as they started coming out, and we ran the nickel metal batteries for a while, they were kind of crappy, but once the LiPos come out, oh man, just opened up a whole new world. A whole new world. So I do miss the nitro a bit, but I don't miss the crap and crap with it, you know. So but they do smell good. It smells like an old museum, if you know what I mean. Walk in like an old library or something. Kind of smells like that, so it's weird. But I do miss the smell of the fresh nitro, you know, when it's running. But I don't know, maybe this one, we'll see if it'll start after. Thing is, then I'll have to take it apart and clean it all out, and then, you know, because the nitro oil in there does go gooey, and I used to run this after run oil too, but I almost think it made it worse. I don't know. But I think taking it apart and just WD-40, lubing it up after and just leaving it, WD-40 stays pretty good usually. There's something with the nitro oil though that made it go bad. So, but anyways, I don't even know if I still got a glow igniter. I might have one in my other toolbox over there somewhere. I'm gonna go see if I can find it. Well, geez, I found my old glow igniter, the one that you have to plug in and recharge, like the little battery guy pack on the back of them. But I do have one that's like the size of this screwdriver, with like this glowy end thing on it that you just put a 1.5 volt battery in, but I couldn't seem to locate that one. I know I've got it somewhere, but anyways, this one might still work. It might just need to recharge. There's no plug in that. There's a plug in that one, but I guarantee that would be dead. If it even still worked. I can't remember if it actually still worked, but that was a pretty good one. But I got that one that you change the battery in, because a lot of times you'd be out and, oh, it won't start. Oh, well, because this thing's dead. Or whatever, you know. So I'll maybe plug it in. I don't know, see if it'll charge. Well, the light come on that little power box, so I'll leave it overnight. Maybe if it catches fire, catches fire. But anyways, here's going back. Here's the start of electric stuff when I got into it. The old Titan 12-turn motor, 550. Sounds a little dry. Yeah, these were hogs. They were hard on batteries. And unfortunately, we were running these kind of batteries in them. The old Wolfpack 3600 milliamp nickel metal battery, 7.2 volts. And they went into the slashes too, and they looks like it got a little warm there at one time. There's a little melt there on the one battery, but yeah, they didn't run long. Took a long time to charge it back up, and these motors ate them out pretty quick. So you had to have like 15 or 20 batteries if you run on a run for 3 or 4 hours. So, but we used to get them in and solder our own connections on them too. So the little Traxxas plugs were fun to put together. But yeah, the good old Titan, don't miss them. Sure love the new brushless ones. And that's like the Castle Creations and the E-Revo that I got. Man, that thing's just stupid on 2 6-cell or 2 3-cell batteries. So 6-cell, my God, it's uncontrollable. So a little bit nicer motor, and just about as heavy as that thing with the brushes and crap in it. But anyways, that's it for today. Just a little bit of BILLSTMAXX background, we'll say. And oh, there's a lot more. There's a lot more laying over there. There's a lot of money laying over there. A lot of rock crawling stuff. The little mini Z cars, they were fun. I used to run on the gray foam tiles. I don't know if you've seen the foam tiles on my floor here. I used to run a track here at one time. It was pretty good. Really hard though, I found. I wasn't very good at that. One guy was just like a whiz, and it's like he's around, you know. Before we had a a laptop set up with a lap counter and everything too. It was pretty cool. Pretty cool little system. So we got into the gym there a couple of years in the winter time with some RC stuff, and oh, we'll get her out someday here. The old rock crawler, and what else we got over there? The raminators, and then the mini raminators, the little ones that fit like in the palm of your hand, little wee guys. What else I got over there? Oh, there's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. A lot of parts too. Got to get it all organized, you know, and like I'm not using it, I might as well box it up now. But it kind of looks neat because it looks like a store, right? Like a messy store, but it's a store nonetheless. So. But yeah, lots of parts and pieces that come with kits. You know, I've had 4 T-MAXXs, I think now. Was it 4? Yeah, 4. I think I sold one, the 2.5. I think I sold that to somebody. I was never happy with it, so I got rid of it. And then the 3.3s come out, and I got, I think, 2 of them through the years, kind of thing. And then the Revos, the E-Revo came out, and then I got a 1/8 scale, I think it was, E-Revo with the brushless in it, and then the mini E-Revo, the 1/16 came out too, and I got one of those as well. It was a pretty sweet little truck. Fast too, like just stupid fast, holy jumping. So, and all LiPo batteries for them too, you know, special batteries and stuff. It was fun, good times, but it got like too much money kind of thing. It was starting to, I could see myself in a bit of a hole, right? I'm like, well, this isn't very good. So I kind of got out of it all. I kept all my stuff, but I didn't purchase new stuff. So, oh man, hobby shops, it's just like buying motorcycle parts. It's like, holy cow, like a clutch bell, you want 35 bucks for it? Holy crap. You know, this little piece with the gear on it here that spins, you know, that's the clutch bell. Oh, we want one with smaller teeth? Yeah, 35 bucks then. Probably 70 bucks now, I don't know. But anyways, so yeah, we'll get into some more RC stuff here soon, hopefully, and we'll get looking at some of my other junk I got here, and probably won't run anything because the batteries, I'm sure, are shot now, but the trucks are still good, so look at them. But I know Dylan's 4x4 Slash I got for him last Christmas or something like that. Something's wrong with it. I need to look at it too. So, and then my old 2-wheel drive Slash, I want to get it going again. I put that VXL Valenian motor in his what he had then in his Wheelie King, and it destroyed the gears in the Wheelie King, so it's junk. So we want to strip that motor out, put it back in the Slash. So Slashes, we got a lot of miles. I've had 2 Slashes myself. One I just got a new one because the other one had so many miles put on it, just amazing. And I'd put a few bearings and some parts in. I'm like, oh, okay, well let's just get a new one. So I never really had a 4-wheel drive because I found the 4-wheel drives always ate up batteries a little bit more. But the 2-wheel drives were pretty awesome. They were pretty awesome. So the trouble with them, you couldn't really jump them too much because as soon as they got air, they just kind of went like a kite or a parachute. They weren't very good for jumping, but whipping around, man, they had a lot of power. So, but yeah, well, we're gonna do that soon. And man, I got a freaking enough tires for probably everybody watching right now over there. Different crawling tires and the mini Raminator tires and paddle tires for the Slash and buggy tires for the Hyper 7 and T-MAXX tires and E-Revo tires, and my goodness, a bit of a collection. But anyways, that is it for today. Thanks again for watching. Catch you all later, and you guys have a good day. Happy RC car, and we'll say it's expensive though.